Lesson 46, The Six Senses. Hello and welcome to this lesson. Today, we're going to talk about the six senses: sight, hearing, taste, touch, smell, and the so-called sixth sense. We will look at the verbs and adjectives we use to describe our sensory experiences. This is a very rich and descriptive topic, and the vocabulary will help you express yourself more vividly. So, let us get started. The five senses. First, let us briefly define the five senses. The five senses are sight, hearing, taste, touch, and smell. What is sometimes referred to as a sixth sense, or extrasensory perception, is a power to be aware of things independently of the five physical senses. It is a kind of supernatural sense. It is important to note that the five verbs referring to the senses are modified by an adjective rather than an adverb. For example, he looks dreadful. The trip sounds marvelous. The cake tastes good. It felt strange. The soup smelt delicious. Sight. Now, let us look at verbs connected with sight. Yesterday, I glanced out of the window. That means I looked quickly and noticed a policeman. I became aware of him, observing a house opposite through binoculars. Observing means watching carefully. I thought I glimpsed a man inside the house. That means I saw him very briefly. Then I saw that there was a man peering into the window. That means looking closely, often with difficulty. I gazed at them. I looked for a long time, wondering what they were doing. Suddenly the policeman stopped staring through his binoculars. Staring means looking fixedly, often for a long time. He went to arrest the other man as he started to climb into the house through the window. I realized that I had witnessed a crime. That means I saw it happen. Hearing. Now, let us look at a scale of loudness for hearing. We have noiseless, with no noise at all, then silent, quiet, noisy, loud, and finally deafening, extremely loud. Taste. Now, let us look at taste. The basic tastes include sweet, like honey, salty, like crisps, bitter, like strong coffee, sour, like vinegar, and spicy, like Indian food. Note that if you say something tastes hot, it may mean spicy rather than not cold. If a curry, for example, is not particularly hot, then it is mild. Food can be tasty, but tasteful refers to furnishings, architecture, or a style of dressing or behavior. The opposite of both is tasteless. Touch. Now, let us look at verbs connected with touch. She poked me in the ribs with her elbow to wake me up. That means she pushed me with a sharp object. He stroked the cat. He gently moved his hand over it and patted the dog. He tapped it gently. She tapped him on the shoulder. She hit him lightly. He grasped my hand and we ran. That means he held it firmly. She grabbed her phone and ran to the bus stop. She took it quickly and forcefully. The thief snatched her handbag and disappeared into the crowd. He took it quickly and roughly. Press the button. Please handle the goods with great care. That means touch or hold them. Smell. Now, let us look at adjectives to describe smells. For very unpleasant smells, we have stinking, smelling very bad, foul-smelling, putrid, smelling of decay, musty, smelling unpleasantly old and slightly damp, and pungent, smelling very strong, often unpleasantly. For pleasant smells, we have fragrant, with a pleasant, sweet smell, aromatic, with a strong, pleasant smell, sweet-smelling, and perfumed or scented. Sixth sense. Finally, let us look at different phenomena which a person with a sixth sense may experience. Telepathy is experiencing someone else's feelings even though you are apart. Premonition is knowing something is going to happen before it occurs. Intuition is instinctive understanding, knowing something without conscious reasoning. And déjà vu is an inexplicable feeling that you have already been somewhere or experienced something before. So, that is our lesson on the six senses. These verbs, adjectives, and phenomena will help you describe your sensory experiences and the world around you with vividness and precision.